Hi, we're Flora and Sheridon, and we just bought our dream home on wheels with the intention of renovating it so that we can go travelling across Europe. But with everything going on with COVID and the renovations taking longer than expected, we kind of felt like the year was slipping by. So we waved goodbye to the VanAtlas and headed west for Wales for a long weekend. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a video. Should we go?
Let's go.
So the only plan we had was to pack a couple of changes of clothes, a sleeping bag and a duvet into the car and head for Wales. After 2 hours of driving, we stopped for lunch and then continued on our journey to a place called Puzzlewood, which my aunt recommended. The only problem was, the sat-nav didn't take us to Puzzlewood, it took us directly into someone's back garden. But after a little bit of navigating and arriving at Puzzlewood, it turned out that because of COVID, we actually had to book 3 or 4 days in advance, which we didn't do. But the guy did recommend this place here, which is a place called Symonds Yacht on the River Waaaay, and it was absolutely breathtaking. Crashed the drone. I mean, we could probably fix it, right? But at least we can salvage the SD card for that like 5-second shot that we got before it crashed into a tree. Jesus, man. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's making smoke. So as the day was drawing to an end, we realised that we needed to find a place to sleep. Not keen on spending the night in the car, Flora did a quick search on Airbnb and found us a place. So it turns out that our Airbnb was actually our host's kids' room, which was funny, but we're still grateful to have had a place to sleep. So we are on to day 2. Of the adventure. You ready to go? Hell yeah, baby.
Oh, it's recording.
Your feet are on the dashboard, my eyes on the road. I always knew I'd get here, I just thought I'd be alone. Trees tie the skyline.
So we've been driving around now for like an hour.
We have no signal. We're like lost in the mountains, in the wilderness. It's nothing but sheep.
We've been here before. We're going in circles.
Sheridan loves to make Lord of the Rings quotes. Let's keep going.
Okay, cool. Right, so we just stumbled upon this little picnic area and we figured it might have some signal because it's the closest thing to civilization that we've seen for a while. So we used this opportunity to search for Devil's Bridge.
And last time we had signal, we were 45 minutes away, and we've just been driving aimlessly for the last, like, what, hour? 2 hours?
And we're now 9 minutes away.
Going somewhere slowly.
The road is closed, so time for a plan B. I don't know, we haven't got one.
Have a nap.
Yeah. Okay. Located in the town of... I don't even know how you say that. Nathan, how do you pronounce that?
Pontarfynach.
Cheers, buddy.
Dim problem.
Hidden in the sleepy town of
Pontarfynach.
Devil's Bridge Falls is a world-famous tourist attraction in the heart of the Cambrian Mountains and 12 miles from the seaside town of Aberystwyth. These unique waterfalls have attracted many thousands of visitors since the 18th century.
Dancing in a dream. It feels like
And while we were there, we learned all about the legend of the Three Bridges. What's the legend of the Three Bridges, you ask? So the legend of the Three Bridges goes a little something like this. There was this little old lady who lost her cow on the other side of a treacherous river. All of a sudden, the devil appeared and tried to strike a bargain with her. He would build her a bridge on the condition that he could claim the soul of the first living creature to cross the bridge, hoping that it would be the little old lady. But the old lady was cunning and gladly accepted the devil's proposal. Wise to his wicked schemes, she coaxed a dog into crossing the bridge by throwing some bread for it. Having no choice but to admit that he had been outsmarted, the devil claimed the soul of the dog.
And the little old lady lived happily ever after.
Nice. We spent the next few hours wandering the trails around Devil's Bridge Falls, taking in the sights that this rugged landscape has to offer, before moving on to our next destination at an abandoned rock quarry. This way. Jesus. Okay, so we've just driven like an hour to get here. We still have another half an hour to go. But the gate leading to the rock quarry was locked. I think we're supposed to walk the rest of the way. What do you reckon we do?
Have a nap. I already made that joke once, didn't I? Yeah. Continue on. Aren't we like 21 minutes away? While we were driving around looking for a place to park up and sleep for the night, we decided to pull over at this pub for something to eat while we made up our plans. I noticed that they were a bed and breakfast, so I asked them if they had any rooms available. Unfortunately, the last room was booked a few days ago, but they seemed campervan friendly, so I was going to ask if we could sleep in the car park.
We're going to try one of those right now. Yeah.
Breakfast in the morning, 8 till 10:30, okay?
Okay, what time? But as it would happen, fortune was on our side.
Alright.
Oh man, how do you pronounce this?
Hi, is it I?
Hi.
So we just stopped here because we were looking for somewhere to get something to eat, and it turns out that it's a bed and breakfast as well. But when we arrived and we asked the guy, have you got any rooms available, he said no.
Yeah, so basically we were like, okay, let's stay here for dinner anyway, and then we can look up like nearby B&Bs or Airbnbs or anything where we can stay. So we sat down, started looking, there was pretty much nowhere. So we were like, okay, maybe we should sleep in the car.
I'm all for it. I'm happy to sleep in the car.
Like, I don't want people to think, oh, I'm not fun, but like, I can't tonight.
Okay. But also, you're not fun.
But, whoa. Was that the
light's blown, yeah.
While we were sitting down at the restaurant, some people came and sat next to us, like on the next table. They sat down and immediately ordered a whole bottle of Prosecco and then just 2 puddings. That was it. And I just think that's such a power move.
But we got talking to the people at the table next to us, and they told us how they booked a couple of nights ago on booking.com, and booking.com
They
said,
were so lucky.
you're so lucky, you've got the last room, whatever. So I went to chat to the guy at the reception and just ask, is it okay if we park in the car park and stay overnight? And he was like, oh, a room came free just now, actually. I was like, oh, really? He was like, yeah, do you want it? And I was like, yeah, okay.
Yes. It's really nice. Like, first of all, the heating was turned like way up. And it's so nice and warm. Oh yeah, I'm in my element here. I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to get into this massive bed.
I'm gonna edit photos. After what was probably the most comfortable night's sleep we've ever had, we woke up to a beautiful August morning in Wales. After getting ready and grabbing something to eat for breakfast, we headed for Tryfan. In the last 5 years, Mount Tryfan has claimed 7 lives. Notorious for its ruggedness and difficulty to navigate, it is no surprise that there are an average of 103 mountain rescues every year. That's one rescue every 3.5 days. And as completely inexperienced climbers, we may very well become another statistic. So we have gotten quite high up the mountain. When we look down, Jesus. I am crapping myself. We still have quite a way to go. What makes this climb so challenging is the fact that there is no clear path to follow. There are no handrails, there are no signs, you are just blindly climbing the face of a mountain. And also, I'm a pretty chunky boy, so that doesn't help. We've been going for 3 hours and 20 minutes. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know the way back down.
Found the cannon!
Oh yes!
So we managed to find the cannon, which is the one thing that Sheridan wanted to accomplish today. I'd say nailed it.
Nailed it.
It took 3 hours and 25 minutes just to find it. I only cried 3 times, and I'm pretty sure we can make it down to the bottom before it gets dark. I don't know how many more times I'm going to cry. I will update you. Yeah, it's going to be even more terrifying going down. That's what one of the strangers told us, right?
Did he?
Yeah.
The guy with the kid?
Yeah. So, wish us luck.
And as difficult as the climb up was, the climb down was even more challenging. And if you look carefully, you'll see Flora even slipped. We got lost, we were racing against the sun, but the thing that kept us motivated was these two. This guy and his 10-year-old daughter did this climb. What an absolute female icon. Alright, so we made it back. We're back in the car. Everything hurts. My shirt, as you can tell, is soaking wet where I've been sweating like crazy. There was no chance we were going to film us coming down because you had to use both hands and go backwards and slide down and bloody hell. Probably the scariest thing I've ever done in my life. Mm-hmm. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we need to head home. And with that, we said goodbye to Wales and started on our 4-hour drive back home. This is one of the most beautiful places in the world, and 3 days is nowhere near enough. Next time we come back though, we want to do it in Atlas and spend at least a week. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. This is the first time we've ever done a video like this, but let us know what you think in the comments. And also, shortly after making this video, my aunt, who is the inspiration behind all my travelling goals, sadly passed away after fighting liver cancer for 3 years. So Nikki, this is for you. So we have just climbed. How long did it take to get up here?
Oh my god, I don't know. Time does not exist when you're in so much pain.
Look at that view. That's awesome. Should we keep going?
Yeah, let's go.